Okay, so for our next project, we're going to draw some candy. And we're going to begin with drawing jelly beans, which is in the shape of like a kidney bean. So give that arch and then have a little dip on the other side. And something that we're going to do a little bit differently with this shape than the other shapes is that we're going to include a reflective highlight in the shadow area and a strong highlight in the highlight area. So just follow my designs. There's no wrong way to do it. You just want to follow the edge of the form. So make sure your little shapes are curved in the same way. Then take an eraser and go over it just so it doesn't look very strong. It's just a guide for you as you shade along. Then underneath right now, I'm doing a value scale and I'm showing you how we're going to layer and shade with complementary colors. So if this is a red jelly bean, it's getting a green underneath in the darkest shadow area, then a red, and then an orange to highlight it for that brighter side of your jelly bean. Please make sure to go lightly when you overlap, when you shade, and blend out. Don't go too hard, too fast, because your colors won't mix properly. So if you see here, my edge of the jelly bean is with a strong green, and then I'm gradually fuzzing out quickly. You want that edge to fuzz very softly. Even move your pencil in the opposite direction to keep a nice fuzz. You don't want any lines, because if your green has a strong line, then your red won't look blended and it's going to look like a stripe, and then it won't look 3D. So be careful when you're doing that. Go over it with your main color. That's going to be like a number 6 value, even darker than what we did before with our pencil. And then next to it, you're going to have that number 5 red by itself. And then you're going to blend out your red and layer it with an orange. So go ahead and watch how I do this. Please make sure you're shading on a curve to follow the form of the shape. I brought that red all the way around very lightly, kind of the same way that we did the sphere, where it's sort of like this crescent moon shape, wider by the back of that bean and then skinnier towards the sides. So gradually fuzz out your pencil, don't apply strong pressure, make sure you're blending. Be sure to hop right over those highlight areas. One side of your highlight area should be strong and a little darker, sharper. And then the other side of your highlight area will be fuzzy, almost like you're blending into that highlight. That's going to give it a shiny appearance, and it will make the jelly bean look like that plastic shiny surface that it has. If you don't do that, if you just give a very strong outline all around your highlight, it's going to look more like a hole in your jelly bean, or it's going to look like a stripe right on it. So let's avoid that. One side is strong and sharp, the other side is going to be blended and fuzzy. And in the light fuzzy area of your main color, where we went with like a 3 and a 2 and a 1 value with that red, apply the orange right over it. And then you're going to top it again with your main color just so it doesn't look too orange. You're going to make sure it looks more like a red orange, like a lighter value of red. And that will give you a nice round illusion that this jelly bean is 3D and is popping off the page. Over here, I'm even darkening my mid-tone red, that strong dark red that I need in between my red and green dark and the red and orange light. Make sure you have that number 3 strong or number 4 strong dark main color in the center to create that middle value. That's going to also help you. So I'm doing this with all the colors, the main colors of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. With an orange jelly bean, you want to put blue in the shadow. With a yellow jelly bean, you want to put violet in the shadow. With a red jelly bean, put green in the shadow. For blue jelly bean, you want to put orange in the shadow. And for a violet jelly bean, you want to put yellow in the shadow. So just remember to keep those complementary colors together. Basically, red and green, think of Christmas. Blue and orange, think of the Mets or the Knicks. And violet and yellow, think of Kobe and the Lakers. Okay, I hope you all are impressed with what you've created. These shiny jelly bean 3D objects. Take a photo and upload your work so you can get your credit.